Lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pen does not mean anything. Then look farther away from your immediate area and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. Notice that these statements are not arranged in any order and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of the exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you practice the idea for the day, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of the first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day each, preferably morning and evening. Nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. So essentially, this lesson is teaching us that there's more than meets the eye. It is teaching that in the world of form, everything is essentially neutral. And we are the ones who give meaning to everyone and everything based on the thoughts we have about it and our perception about it. And most of the time, we are bringing past associations, future expectations, whatever, interpretations and our own ideas, misguided ideas about something into the present moment, thus recreating what that is going to mean for us in the future. So we get stuck in these patterns of limitation and not being able to move forward and grow and transform because we're bringing past definitions, past meaning, past associations into the present moment and identifying everything with what it meant to us in the past. This lesson is helping us to break free from that pattern, from that cycle, and to allow transformation to happen. The miracle is the shift in perception, being able to see. That's what perception is, to be able to see differently. And we have to be able to have a little wiggle room to do that. This lesson is helping us to break loose from meanings that no longer serve us and to allow the good, the beautiful, the holiness, the divinity within any and everything to reveal itself to us. Once we clear our mind and get back to a neutral meaning for everything, this chair doesn't mean anything, this relationship doesn't mean anything, this breakup doesn't mean anything, this pen doesn't mean anything. This lesson is helping us to clear our minds, to be able to have that beginner Zen mind that is clear of any and everything so that God, love, the Holy Spirit can come in and fill your mind with truth so that you might be able to see what is possible, what is loving, what is miraculous, what is holy within everything. This is a really important lesson and it's a big one. It's helping you to loosen up the meanings that you know you have with certain objects and things and people and relationships and the meanings you aren't even aware of. It will help you to be able to see things differently, have a different perception, and that is what a miracle is. When we let go, when we release the meanings that keep us stuck in those patterns and cycles, we let it go and allow something new and beautiful and transformative to be revealed. That's what we want. We want that radical transformation. We want growth. We want new opportunities and abundance and miracles and love and peace and happiness. So don't force anything. Let that thought settle in and bask in your mind. This is just day one. It's just the beginning of this process, of this training. Just be open and just let it come over you and know that it's working behind the scenes. Lesson 1 always gives me a really good chuckle because it is so tongue-in-cheek with my own experience. I don't know what I thought A Course in Miracles was going to be like, but I tried with the text and I couldn't get through it. And then my guidance was to do the workbook. And this was lesson 1 of the workbook. And I remember opening up and reading it, so excited, I'm going to do the workbook this year. And was met with this, and I was like, what the is this? Nothing I see. This chair doesn't mean anything. What the? And I think it's great because obviously I had some expectations or some kind of predetermined idea and interpretation of what it was going to be, and that got busted immediately. It's very fitting with this lesson.